Hey everybody. Um, I really wasn't going to say much because there's technically not a lot going on. However, there's a convoy headed from Virginia all the way to the southern states to do these peaceful protests and all this other crap. The convoy started out as bring back our or take back our border convoy. Now they're calling themselves God's Army protest convoy. Okay, I don't give a damn what they call it, you know. And I honestly hope that they actually try shooting U.S. soldiers or law enforcement the way they are implying that they're going to stop, they're mad, they've had enough, and all this other crap. I honestly hope that they actually do try it and they can get a good taste of what it's like to get their asses handed to them. Um, and the reason why I say this is because technically, the United States military is the best. The United States law enforcement is the best. Anybody crosses the line, with the U.S. is gonna get their asses handed to them. Look at all the crap that went on in Afghanistan. They went from leader to leader to leader to killer to killer to killer to suicide bomber to suicide bomber to suicide bomber. They had to pull them out from all these other Middle Eastern countries. Taliban had to recruit people from all these Middle Eastern countries. The Middle East is so messed up. Of course, they're going to think that it's a great thing to join. And all they did was just go and get blown up, shot up, beat up, for 18 years straight. And now here we are with Americans that, for some oddball reason, because the country's not conquered, well, who the hell wants to conquer Afghanistan? That's just dumb. Because the country's not conquered, that the military here is weak and all this other crap. Guys, I hope they learned their lesson, and I hope they learned their lesson the hard way, because it's just downright stupid. And that's pretty much it. The convoy had already started earlier today, and it's going to be heading down to Florida, and it's going to be making its way to Texas and all this stuff. And it's just dumb. It's just dumb. It's a bunch of Americans showing up at the border to protest instead of help. Okay? They're fed up with the government. Well, what is the government doing? Opening the borders. Well, there's barbed wire at the borders, so what are you talking about? All these killers and rapists and murderers and thieves and traffickers are coming in. Yeah. And a Republican governor is busing them to different cities in the U.S. Biden's not doing his job. That's not Biden's job. Biden didn't tell him to bus anybody or put him on a train, which technically that's what a Republican state governor is doing. My Republican state governor. Oh, man, no. They're flying over to these places and they're going to go do all this other crap. You're like, yeah, but Biden didn't tell their state's governor to do that either. Biden didn't tell them to do that. They did. This is something that the Texas Republican governor, the Florida Republican governor, the Arizona Republican governor, all the southern border and all this other crap, everybody that's in charge of it is doing this to us. And the one person that should be in charge of it, that is being forebode to, is the president. He said, take down those razor wire floaters. They haven't done it. Remove the razor wire and put up the fencing and all this other crap. They haven't done it. It's still there. And for my worthless Texas governor to be saying, this is an invasion. No, it isn't. I've been saying the same thing for the past 2 years now. Okay? I've been saying the same thing. There's no reports of any battles. There's no battles going on. There is no reports of any murderous killings. There is no reports of artillery. There is no reports of tanks. There's nothing like that. There's a bunch of starving, dying people of dehydration and all this good stuff. They're coming out, and to top it all off, conservative rhetoric TV on YouTube and any other website that allows these videos, from Practical Preparedness, Media Magic Entertainment. I mean, they've put out recordings of all of these asylum seekers crawling under or cutting razor wire, or picking up and crawling under razor wire, or pushing down and stepping over razor wire. And then they show them immediately throw their hands up and surrender. Okay, that's not an invasion. Okay, to top it all off, it's a controlled trespass because they surrender themselves. That's not an invasion. You're fed up of Joe Biden and his open border policies. They're surrendering. They're not exactly invading. There's no crops being destroyed. There's no cattle being slaughtered. Hell, man, there isn't even a dead dog being reported. I've said this over and over and over. And here's another thing. You're believing people that being this rhetoric about invasion and all this stuff, like JLR investigates and U.S. immigration updates. Okay, none of them. They're the ones that are actually down there. I'm in San Antonio, Texas. Okay, I'm in San Antonio. Okay, I'm a few hours away from here, but I'm not making the drive. These people are. And they're videotaping people surrendering. They're videotaping people having to swim in icy cold waters and drowning in icy cold waters. They're videotaping people getting arrested in groups. Okay? No smuggling. No killing. No raping. No murdering. Again, not even a dead dog. Okay? They're going up and they're surrendering. And they're getting a meal. They're getting rehydrated. Peter Santinello. Okay? He hasn't showed you shit. He's only showing you law enforcement who's saying, oh, it's overwhelming over here. And that's it. He's not showing them having to fight. He's not showing anybody in gun and shootouts. He's not showing anybody in cattle recover and rescue. Or even goats. Because we got a lot. We even have llama ranches down here in Texas. Okay? Alpacas. We got all that. There is not a single footage of any of these people. Scripps News. Not a single footage. Singh in USA. Now he's videotaping most violent cities. Okay? And he's implying the immigration is a part of it. Okay? Here's the thing. Fox News, they're not doing anything either. Now, there has been some violence. July, Harlem, New York. Venezuelans were throwing crap at an old black American man. Okay? It's been settled. So I don't know what this killer, rapist, and thieves... Nobody raped the black man. Okay? Chicago PD had an altercation with some migrants. It was settled. Okay? None of those cops were violated. Not even molested. Okay? The migrants got their asses handed to them. And they got arrested, and that was it. All right? I think I said it before, JLR investigates. This guy's got videotape after videotape of him at the border going, this is sketchy. This is sketchy. There's some weird things going on over here. This is messed up over there. Okay? Not a single victim. Okay? Not a single armed gunman. Much less a group. Much less an army. Much less anything that equivalates to an invasion. They're tired of Biden's open borders. It's all barbed wired. It's C-wired, man. Cutting wire. Cutting razor wire. So what are these peaceful protesters, guys? So-called peaceful protesters. They're now calling themselves God's Army Protest Caravan. Okay. What the hell are they saying? That they're fed up? with an open border, but there's no border opened. They're fed up with all this overwhelming sanctuary cities, and that's what they get. So, yeah, but remember, it's not Biden that's cramming them up there in the sanctuary cities. It's your Republic. It's my Texas Republican governor. Hello. It's not Biden. All the way down to Harris, all the way down to Mayorkas. None of them are sending them to Chicago and New York. None of them. They're not doing this. It's the Republican Governor DeSantis that's doing that. You know? None of the housing organizations or developments or all of them, I'm sure they're getting checks for whatever it is. That hotel that's living in that old hotel, Baltimore, I forgot what it's called. It's in New York. It's a big old-fashioned hotel. It's about 100 years old now. And it's supposed to be this fancy, schmancy hotel. Although I'd wagered that if it's already 80 to 100 years, it's one of those old hotels that might be vintage, but I seriously doubt it's fancy. It probably smells 80 to 100 years old. Okay. But yeah, they're being put in the Hotel Baltimore or whatever it's called. And it's, that might actually be something that Biden is approving. But he's not busing them. He's not flying them the way the Republican Arizona governor is doing right now. Okay? So again, what is God's army convoy? What are they talking about? What are they talking about? Okay? They're not. Democrats aren't making the mess. The Republicans are. Those that are in charge right here in the States. My worthless governor, Greg Abbott. He's the star. He's the starter. He's the fire starter. Okay? He's the one that's responsible for that mess up there. He's the one that's responsible for the drowning and killings and the injured down here. He's also the one responsible for everything being disorganized. He'll take papers, he'll take identifications, and he'll throw them away, and he'll give them a checklist. Pick one, New York or DC, or New York or Chicago. And they have to check it, and then they get bussed. Okay? Inappropriately, unscheduled, inappropriately. And again, these are all killers, murderers, and thieves, and rapists, and traffickers, according to him. And every Republican out there. And he's busing them. No background checks. No quarantine if they're sickly. Biden had them quarantined, especially when COVID-19 was popular. When COVID-19 was at its strongest. Every single one of them that came over here with COVID-19 was quarantined. Every single one of them that came here with the flu, quarantined. Everybody that came with just a sniffle, quarantined. It's not like that anymore. Why? Because of those who are in charge, like Republican State Governor Greg Abbott. Hello? Convoy. You people that are convoying. Why are you going to the border? Are you going to organize stuff there? You going to clean up some stuff? How about the trash? Will you clean up the trash? No. You're just going to yap and run your mouth, pissing off everybody and fueling more anger to everybody. And then you're going to leave, right? You're going to go to all these cities and points in the States. That's what you're going to do. Please don't tell me you're going to bitch about the gas prices. Huh? Don't you bitch about no gas prices. You ain't nobody's to talk. So that's the spiel. I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to say, everybody out there, hope you all are doing well. Take care of yourselves. try not to listen to this babbling bullcrap. I've already said it on There Will Be No Civil War 2. There will be no Civil War 2. There's just going to be a guy that's going to shoot up another gay nightclub or another elementary school. Okay? That's all that's going to happen. That's all that's going to happen. Being in a civil war means that you got to form an army and that you got to declare war with America. Okay? That will be civil war. Until then, it's just another bunch of douchebags that's listening to God's army and their hate. Be cool, all right? Just be cool. Those guys are blowing a lot of hot air. Don't let it bother you. Don't let it get to you. What I would like, however, is if you could, like if you're not here in Texas, talk to your governors, talk to your politicians, talk to your political leaders, even if it starts with just one representative. I went to my city's website and threw my voice out there. They said thank you, and that was it. And what do you expect? I'm not, I don't got a key to the city. What'd they be doing listening to me? But I'm also going to be trying again through a different agency and a different department. Okay? I'm going to be trying that, and I'm going to, give it a shot. Try to make my voice being heard. And especially at this parts like this, where everybody just needs to calm down. Okay? There's people that are calling themselves God's army, but they're not really an army. They're just a bunch of windbags. You see what I'm saying? So, and they're not going to help in any way, shape, or form. They're completely worthless people, and they're going to bitch about the gas. Okay, they're going to bitch about the gas prices, along with whatever. So, yeah, that's just be cool. Y'all take care. Y'all take it easy. I love you. I love y'all. Y'all take care. This is Chris with Chris's Comments, signing out.